So in Maryland, podcast listeners, there is a restaurant in Ocean City, Maryland, and it made national news, which is why we're talking about it, because we love to hit the national news stories, regardless of what state and what community. So there's a restaurant in Ocean City, Maryland, which is a resort town in the ocean.
Yeah.
Beach community, and it, of course, hundreds of thousands of people.
It's all about the bars,
descend
the
there
and the restaurants.
In the summertime, in the springtime, in the fall. And naturally, since we're, in warmer weather, people want to go there.
And I would give a lot to be able to go to a bar right now, like a patio bar, sit and drink some beers outside, Mark. I miss it.
Exactly.
More than anything right now.
So what's the restaurant called? Fish Tales. Okay. So Fish Tales in Ocean City, Maryland, decided that they wanted to open back up because the governor is allowing kind of a slow open, particularly in the resort town, because how can you go to a resort town and not actually go out
do
and
things?
Do things.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
the whole economy.
It is really the whole economy. And so this particular restaurant has bumper tables. So
bumper tables.
It looks like basically an inner tube that you would get into and go down a slide, maybe. Instead, and it's a very large inner tube. It's like 6 feet in diameter. But in between the inner tube and you is a table, and then you stand in the middle of it, and it's elevated by legs which are on wheels, so you can walk around with this. We have a clip of this. There's really nothing to listen to as much as there is to see. I think it's kind of ingenious. We'll talk about this in a minute. And here's the clip. So they're walking around, obviously, and with cocktails in hand, because it's perfectly safe. Meanwhile, the cocktail's almost spilling the entire time, all over the table. So I just want to know, how do they go to the bathroom?
You got to get out of your tube.
How does that fit in the door?
Mark, when we talk about innovation...
Assistant producer Christopher Hopkins had a solution, but we're not going to describe it at the moment.
A little inappropriate. Mark, when we talk about innovation on this show, this is exactly what you and I have in mind.
Yes, this is American innovation.
This is it. How do we solve the problem? Bumper tables.
That's right. We're not going to be banned from having a beer. We're going to wear bumper tables. It's perfect.
Perfect. I want to just start bumper cars with my bumper table. Just to start, I have a giant bar mosh pit with my bar tables.
So one of the questions I have is, and apparently others did too, in the feed of the YouTube post was, well, how do you clean those? Because clearly people are spilling beer all over them because they're very unstable anyway.
Well,
luckily
people are
walking
for you,
around.
Alcohol is a natural disinfectant.
Yeah, I'm sure it's perfectly safe. So I guess they have to hose them down and then wash them with probably mops and all that stuff, and then you start all over again. I guess it's, I don't know. You always take a risk, and that's what we always say.
There is no perfect solution. There is nothing that is going to make sure you don't get sick.
But I like you said that this is innovation.
This is innovation at its finest. This is as good as it gets. We have peaked as society right here.
I will not be denied a beer. I will not be denied on vacation to go out and have a good time.
I will wear this bumper table with pride.
Exactly. You don't allow bumper tables in this restaurant? I brought my own.
I want to talk to the person whose idea it was. He's just like, how do I bumper tables, man?
Well, in every county you have a health department, and the health department comes in to, of course, approve your protocols as a restaurant. So I think it's really funny.
Your bumper tables need to be 2 inches wider in diameter.
Exactly. Because the health department guy's going, well, at what point do they actually get out of the bumper table and go to the restroom? And then what happens after that? I just want to know. So I guess they were approved by the health department, and now they're open with these bumper tables. Good for you.
Good for you.
Fish Tales in Ocean City, Maryland. Great job.
Innovative, unique, awesome, fun.
Absolutely.
Great times.